Hi, and welcome to our channel. I'm Simon.
And I'm Jim. Today we're going to show you Sons of Medusa Tactical Marine from start to finish.
This is Painting with Cliffen.
Here we have some models that are undercoated using Chaos Black spray. This is important to get the next layers of paint to stick better and to get an even shade throughout the model.
When we airbrush, we like to use the Vallejo game air color. This is the Escorpena green color. The Airbrush series is the same as the game series, except that it's a little bit thinner, so it's made for air guns. But even though this is made for airbrushing, I still like to use a little bit of retarder. This is to make sure that the paint doesn't dry up inside the gun and clog the system. If the system clogs, you will get a bad result. So add a little bit to the paint, shake well, and apply into the air gun. When I airbrush, I like to use max flow of air and a light flow of paint. This can be achieved by pushing all the way down for air while slowly pulling backwards to get the desired amount of paint that you want. This will be little. If you do only one thick layer of paint, the result will be clumpy and you will lose a lot of details on the model. So use light coats and go over the model multiple times. This is very important. So here are two models. The one on the left has been coated once, the one on the right has been coated twice. So the one to the right is the end result. As you can see, I've been trying to avoid the places that I know is going to be painted black afterwards. And this is in order to keep as much detail as possible. This is the finished result after airbrushing. The models are now ready to be painted. So to give you a clue of how much paint we used the entire bottle of paint. So it's about 50 models per bottle of paint.
Okay, so Simon is done with the airbrushing now, laying on the base color Escorpena green. I'm going to be painting with some Chaos Black now. I'm going to be covering several areas. Some will remain black and others are just for a good base for metallic colors. Remember to dilute the paint with some water, just a little bit. So this is how it looks after the black coat is done. Now I'm gonna move on to the steel. Time for the steel color. This is Iron Breaker. Okay, so now I'm done with silver. Now I'm gonna do the gold details. You'll usually have to do at least 2 coats with this. Doesn't cover up that good. So this is after 2 coats of gold. On the crest of the helmet, the edging of the shoulder pads, and a skull here and there. Now I'm gonna paint white. I use Vallejo modeler color Ivory. I think this white has a bit more shine to it and not the chalk-like appearance that most whites get. So this is what it looks like after a couple of coats of white, and adding black to the mouthpiece, give it sort of a Bane-like look. Now I'm gonna be adding bronze to the scope and the bullet casing here. So this is the result after 2 coats of Dwarf bronze on the scope and the bullet casing on the shoulder there. So now I'm gonna be painting the eye lenses on the helmet and lenses on the scope using Caledor Sky, followed by ice blue. So, getting the blue in the eye lenses and the scope. Now I'm going to do a small highlight on top of the black with Vallejo model color London Grey. It's the equivalent to Codex Grey from the Citadel range. So this is how it looks at the final stage of the painting process. The reason why we haven't highlighted the green and several other colors is that it's now ready for dipping, and the dip will bring out these contrasts nicely on its own. And sometimes you even get a too sharp contrast if you highlight and then dip. And bear in mind you may have to go over several colors like white after the dipping process. Let's send it over to Simon for dipping.
Okay, so Jim has now painted the model with some details, but as you can see, the model is kind of flat, it doesn't have any shade on it, so that's what we're going to do now. And what we're going to do is apply some dip. This is the quick shade dark tone. The dark tone and the strong tone is kind of similar. The strong tone is much more brown, but we want a darker tone, and the dark tone here is a very dark brown, almost to black. So we think this goes much better with the green than the strong tone, but that's your preference. Alright, so now I'm happy with this one as well. It's a really fast process, so it's great for those who want a quick army that looks very, very decent, because this will be much better than most people can paint. If you are a extremely good painter, then of course you can paint a model that is much more clean and with the same professional looking highlight. But for how fast of a process this is, I like it really, really much, because it is really a great way to highlight the model. Alright, then this will just need 24 hours in order to dry completely, and then you just close the lid and then you rinse the pencil in paint tipper or paint thinner, and you're done.
So here you can see the end result on a slightly different model. We'll be showing you some different angles. Hope you like it.
Alright, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to our channel for future videos to help us grow and to spread the good word.
And we have several other army introductions coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you have a video request, please post a comment and we'll have a look at it.
And as we mentioned, we do have a website. It features a lot of pictures of the terrain that we have here. So please check that out. There's a link in the description below.
See you soon.